start our class. So as I told you, today we are starting simultaneous equation. So let's talk about how we will run this session. First, we are going to learn about simultaneous equation. Then we will practice and then we will do the quiz. So basically this lesson is divided into 3 sections. The first we will do learning, then we have practice, and at the end we have quiz. Okay. So let's begin with the objectives. So objectives of the day are like, first of all, we are going to learn what are simultaneous equation. After having the proper knowledge of this, we are going to see how to solve the simultaneous equations, okay? And then we are going to learn what are the edge problems, how to solve it, okay? And what are the coin problems. Fine? Okay, everyone. So let's begin our session with the learning phase, phase 1. Let's start learning, okay? And here we are going to start all the things about simultaneous equation. So first question is, what are simultaneous equations, right? So let me tell you about it. Simultaneous equation are pair of equation. So first condition is what? It should be a pair of equations, okay? Which consist of more than one variable. So it means like it is a simultaneous equation or pair of equation and which consist more than one variable, okay? Do you know what are the variables? Variables are the unknown and those are represented by small alphabets, right? Let's say small x, y, z, like that, okay? So these are the variables, and why we call it simultaneous equation? Because it can be solved at the same time for both the variables, okay? So let's have one example of the simultaneous equation, and m plus 2n equals to 11 and 2m plus 2n equals to 14. So this is the example, okay? And as I told you, like there are more than one variable. So here, as you can see, m and n are the variable. Why it is a variable? Because they are unknown. We don't know the actual value of m and n, okay? So we need to solve it. If we solve this equation, then we will get the specific value for m and for n. Let's move on to the next page. And on that page, we are going to learn how to solve the simultaneous equation. So here we have some steps. If you follow this 4 or 5 steps, then you will get a proper technique like how you can handle the simultaneous equation and how you can solve it. So let's go with the step number 1. Whenever you have a simultaneous equation, you have to use elimination method, okay? So we can use the elimination method. There is another method as well, that is substitution method. But for 11 plus, elimination method is more suitable. So we are using this. And what is the purpose? Purpose of using this is removing removal of one variable. As in the starting, I told you there are 2 variables, right? So out of 2 variables, by doing elimination, you are removing one variable. So how much variable left now? Just one, right? So now you have one variable. So you can find the value of that one variable as a step number 2. After doing that, once you get the variable, the one variable, you will come to know you can use that value into substitution to find the other variables, okay? And once you do these 3 steps, you will get your final answer. And step number 5 is not about solving. Step number 5 is about to check your answer, check your accuracy, okay? Like if you substitute the given variables, for example, you have solved one here and one here, right? So once you solve all the values, let's say m, value of m and value of n, right? After that, you need to put back into that given equation. And if you substitute that and you are getting the same as on the right hand side equal, okay? So that means that answer is correct, okay? So the step number 5 is to check your answer is correct or not. Got it? All these 5 steps, show me thumbs up, everyone, if this is clear to you. And don't worry about writing because at the end you will get notes, okay? Yeah. So nothing is to worry. All these steps will get familiar with you once I will take one example, okay? So don't worry about these steps. Let's have this example. Here you are going to see all those steps, okay? Yeah. So the example here we have is 6x plus y equals to 13. And another equation is 2x plus y equals to 5. So here we have 2 equations. And these two equations are simultaneous equation, right? And our variable in this is x and y, right? Okay. So what we have to do, first of all, arrange them like this, okay? 6x plus y equals to 13. And another equation you can write like this, 2x plus y equals to 5. After writing this, you have to think like if you want to eliminate any one of this, you have two variable, right? X and y. So if I want to remove any one, what I can do? Let's say if I'm adding, then what I'm going to get 6 plus 2, that is 8x, y plus y, that is 2y. So I'm not able to remove any one of them, right? So that's why I will not add. Okay. So what I will do, I will subtract. So let's do the subtraction. After subtracting, what will happen? So it is very clear. Like if we subtract 6x minus 2x, then what we will get? We will get 4x, right? So here we have 4x. And then y minus y, that is 0y. So it means 0. And the right hand side, 13 minus 5, that is how much? So 13 minus 5, that is 8. So from here, it is very clear. Now it's just a linear equation and you are able to solve because there is only one variable. If 4x equals to 8, then it means x equals to 2, right? Logically also you can think, if you don't want to think like that, then divide by 4 both the sides. You can apply this operation, divide by 4 both the sides. Okay. If you do this, then you will get what? X equals to 8 over 4. And the answer for x is equals to 2. So up to now, we have done elimination, step number 1. Step number 2, we got the value of x. Now step number 3, substitute the value of x into the given equation to find y. Okay. So let's begin here. I'm using this equation, 2x plus y equals to 5. So instead of x, this time I'm going to write 2 because I know now like x is 2, right? So y as it is equals to 5 as it is. So what it means, 2 times 2, it means 4, right? 4 plus y equals to 5. It means y must be what? Y must be 1. So we got both the value. What we are looking for in the beginning, x and y, right? And you got both the values, like x equals to you have 2 and y equals to you have 1. Got it? Perfect. Let's move on to the next page. And in the next page, we are going to learn like what are edge problems. Up to now, we have seen the simultaneous equation, how to solve it, right? So after having the knowledge of those things, we are ready to go with this next topic. And the next topic is what are edge problems. So let me introduce this topic to you. Algebraic edge problems are the maths problem that involving finding the edge of one or more people using algebraic equation. So basically, there are some relation given to you in the question, okay? And they are talking about something about the age right now, like present age or future age or past age, okay? So according to that, you have to make equation and there should be two equations to solve it, right? It's okay to have one as well, but then the variable must be one. So basically, by using algebra, you are going to find their current age, or you can say their future age, or you can say their past age. Okay. Right. So the next thing is what about this is use variable to represent unknown age. So whenever you will read a question, you can assume x or y or any other variable, okay, to make a equation, right? To set up an equation. So basically, to make equation, you can use the unknowns and you can use the variables, right? Now let's talk about like common algebraic edge problem that includes the following. So basically, there are some common problems related to edge problems are first one is finding the age of person given their age in the past or in future. So in this type, there is only one person, but there are two ages, so like in past or in future or in present. Okay. Now the next type is finding the age of parent or child given their relationship and the age difference. So in the next type, you may have the what are the relationship between them, what are the age difference between them, and you are going to find the age of parent or a child. Okay, in the second type. So these are the two types basically for the age problem. Now let's move on to the next page, and on that page, we are going to learn one example. So as I mentioned before, here the type 1 and 2, right? So in the type number 1, we told you like there is age of a same person, you will get it in past or future or in like current age, right? So in that question, we will talk about that same person. So in this question, you will find the type 1, okay? Let me read this question for all of you. So in 12 years, Maria will be three times. Okay, so what you can highlight here in 12 years, okay? Maria will be three times as old as she is now. So the question is, how old is she? So after reading this question, you must have one thing in your mind, like there is only one person, right? So you can assume, let's assume the Maria's age is X, current age, okay? So if I will write like this, let's current age of Maria will be X. Fine. Okay. Now in the next line, what are the condition given to you in 12 years time, right? So in 12 years time, it means what? After 12 years, right? So you have to add 12, okay? And that will become x plus 12, right? Okay. After this, what is the another information you have? Three times as old as she is now. So they are saying that after 12 years, Maria will be three times as she is now. Okay. So from here, it is very clear like after 12 years, this is the age. So this is equals to three times the current. Okay. So it means you can make equation using given information x plus 12 equals to 3x. Are you getting this from where all this coming? This is the current age. After 12 years, it is x plus 12. And as per this condition, Maria will be three times as old as she is now. So she is now how much? X years, right? And after 12 years, this much. So that is equals to 3x because of these three times. Now you just need to solve this equation. So what we can do, we can subtract minus x from both the sides. Okay. So what is going to happen? X minus x, that is 0. And on the left hand side, you are left with 12. And right hand side, 3x minus x, that is 2x. Right? Now you can do the another operation, that is dividing by 2, both the sides. Okay. So dividing by 2, both the sides, it means what we are going to get here? 12 divided by 2. Okay. And this 2x divided by 2, it means x. So from here, you will get answer, that is x equals to 6. So what was the x in the initially we have assumed? In the initially we assumed that x is our current age. So how old is she? So she is 6 years old. Okay. So from here, your answer is 6 years. So like this, you have a question in your exam related to age. Uh, like these are the algebraic questions based on the age problems. Okay. Let's move on to the coin problem. Yeah. Are you enjoying, all of you? Show me thumbs up if you are enjoying, everyone. Okay, well. Okay, good. So now we are starting coin problem. Okay, don't worry, we will take more examples. But first of all, let's introduce the another topic as well. Now we will talk about coin problems. Algebraic coin problems are the maths problem that involving finding the number of coins of the different value that add up to a specific amount of money using algebraic equation. So basically, in this type of questions, you are going to use the algebra to find number of coins. For example, you have £5, and let's say you are saying you have just 2p and 5p. So number of coins of 2p and 5p is how much? So basically, you need to make equation, and that equation can be solved by simultaneous equations like elimination method, right? Okay. So two things is required. First thing is equation forming, and the next thing is after forming the equation, you can use the elimination method to solve the values, right? To get the values. Okay. So let's talk about common algebraic coin problems. So first common coin problem is like finding the number of coins of each value. So here in this, you are going to find the number of coins. Okay. Let's say you are finding the number of coins of 2p, 5p, 10p, and so on. And that add up to given amount of money. So this is easy type. The next one is also easy, finding the total value of collection of coins, given that the number of coins of each value. So don't worry about all this theory. Whenever you will do the question, you will come to know what I am talking about. Okay. So let's take one question on it. Yes. So we have one example and you can learn how I'm doing this question. Sam and Harry are collecting money for charity. So in this question, you come to know that there are two persons, right? So Sam is there and Harry is also there. Now the second thing is Sam collects £10 more than Harry. Okay. But before this, for example, you have to assume, let's assume Sam will collect X money for charity and Harry will collect £Y for the charity. Okay, fine. Now Sam collects 10 more than Harry. So this is the information what we required to make an equation. Okay. So I'm highlighting this. Now the next thing is altogether they collect £240. So this is the another thing that I want. Okay. Now we have two things. And the next question is to us is how much did Harry collect? So as we know, we have already assumed Sam will collect X pound and Harry will collect Y pound, right? Let's do that. First of all, this is the Sam, okay? And Sam is collecting X pound and Harry is collecting Y pound. Okay. Now in the next line, Sam collects 10 more than Harry. It means Sam is collecting more, right? So if I want to make an equation, then you know that X is greater than Y. So X equals to what? Y plus 10. Are you agree with this? Why? Because they told you Sam collects 10 more than Harry. It means if you want to balance them, then X must be equals to Y plus 10, right? Okay, this is your first equation from this line. Okay. After having this first equation, you must have another equation because you want to solve it, right? So let's have the second equation. Altogether, they collect 240. So it means what? Like you have in total 240. So X plus Y equals to 240, right? This is your next equation. X plus Y equals to 240. Okay. So these are the two equations given to us. Now, sometime the rearrangement is required. Okay. Little bit rearrangement is required. Let's say in the first equation, I can do X minus Y, right? Yeah. So I can write like this, X minus Y equals to 10. And the second equation is X plus Y equals to 240. Fine, everyone. Now, as you know, we are going to go for step number one. And the step number one is what? Elimination. So how we can remove one of the variable? Either I can add or either I can subtract. So I'm adding, okay, because adding is easy. So let's add them. So X plus X, that is how much? It is 2X. And minus Y plus Y, that is going to be 0. And on the right hand side, you have 10 plus 240. So if we add them, it's clearly 250. Now, logically, X must be what? X surely like 250 divided by 2, right? And if you solve this, you will come to know that it is 125, right? So you got one of the value, like Sam will collect 125, right? Yeah. So here you have the 125. Okay. Now, once you know this, Sam will collect 125. How much Harry will collect? So you can use the any one of this equation. Let's say I'm using the first equation. So instead of X, I'm going to put 125. Okay. Equals to Y plus 10. So from here, Y must be how much? Y must be 125 minus 10, and that is 115. So you got this, okay? Like we have solved all these by using the elimination method and all the steps already discussed. Step number one, use elimination to eliminate one of this. So we have eliminated Y. Step number two, find the value of one variable. So we have calculated the value of one variable, that is X. Step number three, substitute that value to find the another value. So we got the Y as well. And step number four, you can clearly state your answer. So we can answer the question, how many Harry collect? So Harry will collect how much? So answer for that is 115 pound, right? And step number five, that is all about the accuracy. So you can substitute the value and you can check, are you getting 240, the sum? Okay, so 115 plus 125 will make 240. So our answers are correct. Right, everyone? Okay. I hope you are enjoying the lesson. Now let's move on to the next phase, and that phase is practice. Okay. So now we are going to learn already all those things we learned, right? So now we are going to practice, right? So let's start with the first question. And I am reading this question for all of you, and you all have 2 minutes to answer me this, okay? Solve the simultaneous equation 5m plus 2n equals to 6 and 2m minus 2n equals to 8. So this is your question. And yeah, I am waiting for your answer in the chat box. Yes, everyone, please try to solve. You have 1 minute, or you can say, let's skip 1.5 minute, and then I will show you, okay, how to do this. First practice, and then compare your answer with me. You can send your answer to the chat. Okay, fantastic. I got so many answers. Nothing is to worry. Now look at my screen. I am solving in front of you. You can check your answer, or you can learn the method how we are doing this. Okay. So now please observe what I am doing here. Let's have the first equation 5m plus 2n equals to 6. Okay. So you can write this 5m plus 2n equals to 6. Now you can write the second equation here. After doing this, as I told you, you have to eliminate, right? How you can eliminate? For example, if you add them, okay? So if we add them, what is going to happen? Here it's clearly, if you add, then 5m plus 2m, it is 7m. And plus 2n minus 2n, that is going to be 0, right? So we got it, like we have to eliminate, and we did that, right? Here. So it works here. Nothing is to worry. You got 7m equals to what? 6 plus 8. That is how much? 6 plus 8 is 14. So from here, you got that 7m must be equals to 14. So from here, m must be how much? M must be 2. So this is what we have done in step number 1, eliminate. Okay. And step number 2, after elimination, find the value of one variable. So we have done 2 steps. Now the step number 3 is what? Step number 3 is all about the substitute this value to find the another variable, right? So I am using the first equation. Let's have 5m. So instead of 5m, I will put 2, right? Plus 2n equals to 6. So from here, you have one thing, 5 times 2, that is 10. And 10 plus 2n equals to 6, right? So 2n equals to how much? 2n equals to 6 minus 10, and that is minus 4. Once you know that 2n equals to minus 4, n must be how much? So n equals to minus 4 divided by 2, and that is equals to minus 2. Okay. So this is step number 3. After having the knowledge of m and n, you can just check the values, or you can state your answer. So you got this value, like for this question, m equals to 2 and n equals to minus 2. After having the step number 4, you can just verify your answer in any of this equation. For example, instead of m, you can put 2. So it will get to you 10. 5 times 2 is 10. Now, 2 times minus 2, that is going to be minus 4. So 10 minus 4, it is equals to 6. So yeah, it's verified, right? So that's why our both answers are correct. Right, everyone? Okay. So show me thumbs up if you understand this question, how I have solved. Show me thumbs up, everyone. Okay, well done. So let's move on to the next question, okay? So next question is all about, here we have age problem, and we already know how to solve the age problem. So I'm reading this question, and then you can try to solve it, and then I will show you the workout, okay? The age of Max, James, and Toby add up to 104. So this is your first equation. Like there are 3 persons and their ages are add up to 104. Now the next thing is Max is twice as old as James. So this is the comparison between Max and James. And the next comparison is James and Toby are twins. So they have the same age, right? And the question is all about how old is Max. Your time starts now. You have 1.5 minutes to solve this question. Everyone, please try to solve it. And once you get the answer, you can send me in the chat box. Okay. So nothing is to worry. Whatever you have done, that's good for that. Now observe me what I am doing and how I am solving this question. So in the first line, they are talking about the age of Max, James, and Toby, and we don't know their ages, right? So you do not have to worry. You can just assume, let's say the age of Max is X, Y, and Z. So from this, you know one equation, like sum of them is the 104, right? They told you add up to equals to 104. So from this, you can make your first equation, and that is what X plus Y plus Z equals to 104. Okay. And in the next line, what you have, Max is twice as old as James. Okay. So here Max is twice as old as James. It means X and Y. We are talking about relation between X and Y. So X must be equals to 2Y. Why? Because it is mentioned here. Max is twice as old as James. Now the second thing is mentioned here. James and Toby are twins. So if they are twins, then their age must be the same. So from that line, we got it y must be equals to z. So after applying these two things in our equation, we can solve it easily. So x equals to 2y, you can substitute. Now y instead of y, here you can keep y, okay? Because I am converting all the variables into y. Now instead of z, I am putting y because I know y and z are equal, and this is equals to 104. So now it's so easy. You just have to add 2y plus y will make how much? 4y. So 4y equals to 104. And from here, you can divide by 4 both the sides. If we divide by 4 both the sides, what we will get on the left hand side is just y. And on the right hand side, you have 104 over 4. So after solving this, how much we are going to get? 4 times 2, that is 8. 2 is the remainder. 2 and 4 will make 24. So 4 times 6. So this is the age of y. And who is y? Y is James. But what we are looking for? We are looking for Max. And who is Max? Max is x. So once you know the value of y, you can substitute in this equation. Okay. So x equals to what? To y. And from here, you can just multiply 2 times 26. And that is equals to double of 26 is equals to 52, right? So this is all about this question. How old is Max? So answer is 52 years. Questions are easy. You just have to follow the same steps, and you have to, first of all, making equation should be there, okay? If you make equation correctly, then you will get correct answer. Let's have the next question. This question is all about currency, or you can say, coin problems, okay? So let me read this question. Olivia's purse contain an equal number of £5, £10, and £20 notes. So there are three things, the notes of £5, £10, and £20. And it is mentioned they are equal, fine. And the next thing is there is no coin, okay. And after this, one more thing is given to you is the total value of the money in the purse is £280. And the question is how many notes are there in her wallet? And everyone, you have 2 minutes to solve this question. That is more than enough. Please try to solve this question. Try it. And then if you are able it, then it is very good. If you are not able to do this, nothing is to worry. I will solve, okay? So let's try just. Okay. So thank you for your answers. Let's observe how I am doing. And at the end, you can verify your answer with my answer. Okay. So, like Olivia's purse contain an equal number of £5, £10, and £20 notes. So, if this is not mentioned, then you can take X, Y, and Z. But this is mentioned already, right? The number of notes are the same. Okay. So, let's say if I'm writing £5, £10, and the last one is £15. £20. And if I will write here number of notes, So these are the three things, may be different, but because of this condition, they are equal. Okay. So let's say if I'm taking the number of knots of 5 pound is X. So if I will take this, then all will become X. The reason behind this is the number of knots is equal for each of them, right? And there is no coin. Okay. And the next line is the total value of the money in her purse is 280 pound. So let's add one more here row, and this row talks about value. Here you can multiply 5 pound times X, that is 5X. This is 10X. And the last one is 20X. So this is the value, individual value. Okay. For example, you have X number of points, then the value is 5X, right? And this is 10X, this is 20X. So if you add all this value, this must be equals to the given amount, and that is 280. Clear? So this way you can create equation. Once you have this equation, you can add them 5X plus 10X plus 20X. That is how much? That is in total 35X. 35X equals to 280. Now both the sides you can divide by 35. So X equals to what? X equals to 280 divided by 35 you need to do. Right? And you can simplify this as we know, like let's do with 7, cancel the 7 common number. Here after cancelling 7, you have 5. And here after cancelling, you have 40. So X equals to how much? You can again cancel this 2. So you will get 8. So that is our answer, like for just 5 pound, 10 pound and 20 pound. Now the real question is how many notes are there in her wallet? So total number of the total notes is going to be how much? You have to add all the notes, right? So that is going to be what? X plus X plus X, and that is 3X. And that's why 8 times 3 will gives you 24. So there are total 24 notes. Okay, everyone? Okay. So nothing is to worry. Now we are starting the another one, and that's is quiz. The next round is the quiz round. Okay. Here we have a quiz. In this, I will allot you the question. Like I will read the question the same manner as we have done the practice session. You are going to solve, and this time you have to be sure, like you have to solve, because already we have solved the practice questions, and I told you how to solve it, right? So in this, you have to try yourself and you must able to solve it. Let's have the question number 1. Question number 1, here we have solve the simultaneous equation, and the equations are 2x plus 7y equals to 2, and another equation is 4x plus 7y equals to 18. Take your 2 minutes to solve this question. It is easy. 2 minutes is more than enough. So try for it and let me know your answers in the chat box. Okay, everyone, time's up. Now, thank you for your answers. Now, observe here what I'm doing, and you can compare your answer with my calculation. You can also compare your steps as well. So, first of all, you are going to write equation, right? So, let's say write this equation 4x plus 7y equals to 18. And the next equation I am going to write here 2x plus 7y equals to 2. After having this, step number 1 is what? Step number 1 is all about elimination. Elimination of any one of the variables. So here you have two variables, x and y. So if I will add, then what will happen? 6x plus 14y, right? And in that, I'm not able to eliminate any one of them. Happen, let's see. The first on the left hand side is 4x minus 2x. That is going to be how much? 2x, right? And let's talk about y. So 7y minus 7y, that is going to be what? 0. 18 minus 2, that is 16. So from here we know one of the thing, that is 2x now is equals to 16. So from here you can solve for x by dividing 2 both the sides. So 16 divided by 2, that is how much? So that is absolutely clearly this is 8. Yes. So once you have the one of this value, x equals to 8, this is step number 1. We perform elimination. Step number 2, we perform find the value of one variable. Okay. Now it's time to do the step number 3. Step number 3 is all about what? Substitute the available value, and that value you can substitute here to find the value of another variable, right? So let's do that. Here I'm taking the first equation. So let's say 2x. Instead of x, I can put 8 and then plus 7y equals to 2. So that is how much? Here 7y is there and 2 times 8, that is 16. 16 plus 2y equals to 2. So 7y equals to what? 7y equals to 2 minus 16, and that is minus 14. So from here, it is very clear, like 7y equals to minus 14, and you can divide by 7 both the sides. So here you are going to get 14, and that is minus, okay? Minus 14 divided by 7, and that is equals to how much? That is equals to minus 2, okay? So here, now step 3 also we have performed. Now step number 4, you can clearly state the answers. So we can answer here, our x equals to 8 and y equals to minus 2. After having the x and y, step number 5 is all about to check our answers are correct or not, right? So you can substitute value into any of this. Let's say 2x plus 7y, check this. So 2 times 8, that is 16. Instead of x, I'm taking 8, okay? This is 8, right? And instead of y, I'm taking minus 2. So 7 times minus 2, that is minus 14. So you can see 16 minus 14, that is equals to 2. So it is matching, right? So it means our x and y are correct, right? So this way you can solve the simultaneous equation. Now let's have the next question. This question I'm reading for you, and this is the age problem. You can use the algebraic equations to solve it. Elliot is now twice his cousin's age. So there are two things, the two persons. One is the Elliot and another one is his cousin. And this is the comparison in between them is given to you. Now the next thing is given to you is in 4 years, Elliot will be 16. So the question is, how old will his cousin be then? Okay. You have 2 minutes to do this question. Please, everyone, try for this question. Feel confident you can do this question. Everyone, please try for it. Okay, time's up. Let's discuss. So here we have two things, as I told you, like Elliot is there and his cousin is there. Okay. So let's assume the age of Elliot is X and his cousin's age is Y, right? This is the current age. Okay. So if I will write like this, here the current age you have for Elliot is X. Okay. And his cousin, let's write here. So this is his cousin's age Y. Now the next thing is what they are talking about in 4 years. In 4 years, it means what? In after 4 years, right? So that is in future. Okay. So after 4 years, it means you need to add 4 in each of them. So this is going to be X plus 4. And this is going to be Y plus 4. Fine. Now Elliot will be 16. So they told you this one, right? Elliot will be 16. Okay. So once you know this, you can solve for X. You can subtract 4 both the sides. So if you subtract 4 both the sides, what is going to happen? X equals to 16 minus 4, and that is 12. So from here, you will come to know that Elliot will be 12 after 4 years, right? So nothing is to worry. Like here, the current age, you got it, the value of X, and that is going to be how much? That is 12. Fine. This is your answer, okay? I mean for Elliot. Once you have the value of X, what they are asking, how old will his cousin be then? So they are asking about his cousin, right? So for that, we need one more equation, and that equation is given to you initially that Elliot is now twice of his cousin's age. It means what? X equals to 2y, right? So you know this, X is equals to what? 2y, right? So from that, you come to know that here y should be how much? Y equals to X divided by 2, and that means 12 divided by 2. So Y equals to what? 12 divided by 2, and that's why it is 6. But they are asking how old will his cousin be then? So they are interested in this, right? So y plus 4, so that means 6 plus 4, and the answer is going to be 10. So 10 will be answer. Okay. So I'm revising this question. Initially, you know that Elliot and his cousins are there, and the comparison between them is given to you. Elliot is twice of his cousin's age. So x equals to 2y, this equation form. Okay. And the next thing is in 4 years. In 4 years, it means after 4 years. After 4 years, Elliot age will be x plus 4, and his cousin age will be y plus 4. And they told you Elliot will be 16, so x plus 4 equals to 16. So from here, it is very clear x must be 12, right? So if x equals to 12, so y must be equals to what? Y must be half of it, because Elliot is twice, so y is 6. And they are asking like how old will his cousin be then? So they are asking after 4 years, right? So after 4 years, 6 plus 4 is going to be 10 years. So answer of this question is going to be 10 years. Got it, everyone? Well done. And nothing is to worry. Let's try for the next question. This next question is all about the coins, or you can say, like in this, you are going to use the algebra. But before that, let me read this question for all of you. Michelle has the same number of 10p and 50p coins. So this is again the same type of question, like there are same number of coins for 10p and 20p. And in the next line, they told you the total value of the coin is £9. So you know the total, you know the variety of the coins. Now the question is all about how many of each coin does she have? So you have to count like how many like type of coins you have. 10p and 20p you know already, but number of coins you have to count, okay? How many each of the coins you have. So your time starts now. You have 2 minutes to solve this question. Everyone, please try to solve this. Okay, time's up. Everyone, now please focus here. Michelle has the same number of coins, right? So let's say the number of 10p is x. So because of this condition, the 50p is also will become x, right? Yeah. So if I will write here 10p, and if I will write here number of coins, okay. So number of coins for 10p is x, and the same manner, the 50p coins will be also x, right? After having this, you have to put here another row, and that is all about the value. 10 times x, that is 10x, okay? And then you have here is 50 times x, okay? So after doing this, you know that the sum is equals to how much? Sum is equals to £9. But these coins are in pence, okay? So you can convert your £9 into the pence, and that is 900 pence, right? So you need to add this. So 10x plus 50x, that is going to be 60x. And from here, 60x equals to 900. So x equals to how much? So x equals to, you need to divide by 60 both the sides. So once you divide by 60, you will get 0 and 0 will get cancelled, and 90 divided by 6 will gives you 15. So the question's answer is all about to find the how many coin of each, right? So you know x and x, but they are asking just how many each of them, okay? So how many each of them? So answer is 15 coin each of them, right? So answer for this is 15 coins. Right, everyone? So this is all about today's lesson. But before that, let's revise, okay, what we have learned today. Let's do the recap. First thing we learned about the simultaneous equations. So what are the simultaneous equations? So basically, simultaneous equations are pair of equations with the two unknowns or more, right? To solve for two unknowns, we are using the method of elimination. And the next thing is algebraic edge problems are the maths problem that involving like finding the edge of one or more people using algebraic equation. In the same manner, algebraic coin problem are the maths problem that involving finding the number of coins of different value that add up to specific amount using algebraic equation, right? So we learned about simultaneous equations, how to solve it, that simultaneous equation, and after that we learned about the edge problems, and then we learned about the coin problems, right? So it's time to have Thank you to everyone. But